And so, you know, because people can change, man. Fuck that shit, man. I don't know no fucking body, man. Yeah, I know their name, you know, but that's it. That's it. Cause again, people can change. People can change of a drop of a hat, a drop of a dime, or whatever. And you say, hey, wait a minute, you know, and then you be all shocked when they do something. And, you know, you be like, hey, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't know that person. You know, and shit like that. And I always tell myself, I don't really know nobody. I mean, to know them, I don't think I do. To know them, I don't give a shit who they is. I don't know nobody. And that's the reality of it. I realize that you really doesn't know people. You really doesn't. You think you do. You know, and stuff like that. You think you do. But I don't really know no fucking body. I know their name. And, you know, and stuff like that. And sometimes I wonder if I know that. You know, and shit like that.
Dang, I'm tired as shit. Alright, if she call you. Call me. I'm gonna be around the corner.
All right. And I wonder if I know that. If I know their fucking name. Shit. You know, and stuff like that. But that's where I'm at. That's where the fuck I'm at. You know, I may know their names and stuff like that, but and to know them, I don't know no fucking body. Because people can change and this, that, and the other, and all sorts of bullshit. And that's where I'm at. You know, that's where I'm at. But I think the memories of people that you know for years and years, well, you think you knew, for years and years and years, it turned out to not be like that. You know, and I think, you know, as time go on, you know, I think throughout the years and stuff like that, you think you thought you knew people and stuff like that. I don't think it's like that now. I wonder if I ever really knew them. You know, do I think I knew them? No. You know, no. I think I knew their name. I look at people differently. And before I came here, back here, and I always tell myself, I don't know nobody. I know their name, and sometimes I wonder if I know that. You know, and shit like that. Their real name. You know, and shit like that. I wonder if I know that. You know, but people can change. And people can hide, people can do this and do that and shit and, you know, and stuff like that. So you don't know who the fuck you talking to, you know, and shit like that. So I made this decision even before I even came here. I don't know no fucking body. You know, I know their names and I know, you know, who got who's the sons and daughters of their mothers and fathers and this, that, and the other and all this stuff. Yeah, I know that. But do I know people? No. No. Because people be Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, you know. You know, and shit like that. So I don't think I know people not like that. You know, like, again, some people lie beside people and still doesn't know them. They be husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend for years and years and years, and they still doesn't know their partner or their husbands or their wives. So you can imagine what happens with other people, you know, stuff like that. But I think it's in a way sad I think it saddened me to see different stuff. I think it saddened me. And it's difficult to fathom. And it saddened me, you know. But it's that's the reality of it. And that's the reality of it. And I think we put expectations on people. And you know, to try to see this person differently, you know, no, that person is that way, and whatever, which way. Myself, I don't know no fucking lie. I don't give a shit who you is. I don't know nobody. I know their name because people can change, and people can hide. People can hide who they truly is. People can hide that shit. Like, people can hide the way they is and all this old bullshit, you know, until you really find out. Until later you find out how they really the fuck is. You know, and shit like that. And they hide them true selves and shit like that. They hide. They hide. You know, and stuff like that. And you know, like that. And when that happens, that tells me that I really don't know no fucking body. When people hide. And when they hide who they really is and all this bullshit, or what they was in the past, they not that way in the present. And that's sometimes do happen because people change. And that's, you know, but I think in other ways, in other stuff that you look at, you say, damn, you know, I thought I knew this person, and this, that, and the other, and all this bullshit. And in reality, I doesn't. I doesn't. And that's the reality of it. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and act like this shit is fine and all this old bullshit and all that. No. No. I just go through, and, you know, I just look at things differently. You know, and you know, but in reality, I see people. I you know, I know their name and you know, stuff like that. But do I really know people? No, because people get changed. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to, and Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and all this bullshit, and you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. And it doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter who it is, where it is, or nothing. Because people can change, man. They can change at a drop of a hat. They can change over time, too. And you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. You know, like that. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. People can act one way and you know, and then act another way behind your back and shit like that. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Like, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. And where I'm at is that I don't know no fucking body. What you mean you don't know nobody? That's what I said. That's what the fuck I said. And I meant it. I don't know no fucking body. I know their name. You know, again, I haven't been around people for years and this, that, and the other and all this sort of bullshit. And soon I come back here and then I see something different. Something different than I saw years ago. And so I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. like, and that kind of telling me that I don't know no fucking body. That's what it tells me. That's what it fucking tells me. I thought I knew. Wait a minute. Wait, who is this? You know, and shit like that, and that let me know that I don't know no fucking body. I don't give a shit who you is. You know. But again, man, you know, and everybody have a right to be who they is, what they is, and this, that, and the other. And I'm not trying to change people, this, that, and the other. And you is who you is, and that's that. That's that. And everybody have a right to be who they is. And what they is. Whatever. But I think, you know, I'm looking at people from a different set of eyes than I did before. So, you know, years ago, that was a different set of eyes. I'm talking about this is a different set of eyes now, you know, than before, years ago. Yeah, stuff like that. I'm looking at people from a different set of eyes, man. But and that's okay, you know, because then it's much more clearer. It's not, you know, it's something that is hiding, you know, like they're hiding and stuff like that. You can see them for what the fuck they is, and that's that. And stuff like that. It's not something that is hiding, like, and you can see them for who the fuck they is, man. You know, and stuff like that. And I think, you know, again, I was much younger then, and all that stuff. You know, when I'm much older now, and I'm looking through a different lens. You know, and stuff like that. And it's okay because maybe some people think I've changed. You know, but I think when I take a look at coming here, and it's much different than when I left. And it's a lot different. You know, again, you know, things change. It may be the same place, but hey, it's different than when I left. You know, and stuff like that. So, you know, you kind of look at that, you know, and you look at people, places, things, this, that, and you kind of look at it all, man. And but I'm looking at it from a different set of eyes when I'm looking at people, man. And when I'm looking at people, man, I look at it through a different set of eyes, man. Than I did before, when I was here before. You know, like that. And it's okay to do that. So then you can really see. You're not naive. You're not younger. You can see things for what the fuck it really is, and shit like that. but I think it ties into the way we were. I think it ties into that very, very well. The memories behind that I have, and of people, places, things, and the and the preconceived idea of the idea of people, and the idea of people was I think it was false. I think it was something that you kind of looked at and said, hey, you know, it's not the same. When it comes to people, it's not the same. And I wonder if it ever was the idea, the idea of people was that idea that I had true, you know, like that. Do I think it was true? No. But I do think that again, people change. I've changed, but I think also it's the hiding stuff. I think people hide in relationships, friendships, whatever. I think people tend to hide. When I think about, especially when I look at couples, and I'm gonna use Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown for a minute, because here's a prime example. When they were together, he started doing type of behavior that she didn't expect, and she was like, hey, you know, now I'm getting scared, you know, because she thought she knew him. Like, she thought she knew him. And when he started doing crazy behavior, she said, who the fuck is this? You know, like that. And my thing is, she never knew him. I mean, like, she knew she married him. She knew she had sex with him. You know. But did she really know him? Is what I'm saying. When he started doing crazy shit that she didn't see from him, and like he hid that part until the right time, you know, until the right time. Like he was hiding until the right time, where he can do shit to her. But when it was hunky-dory in the marriage and shit like that, and they were getting along, that was all right. But when it came to the marriage falling or fucking apart, he showed it. He showed his behavior. Like, he showed the true, his true self. He's no longer hiding his behavior. He's no longer hiding that. And it makes me wonder if she really knew him. Is what I'm saying. Because people hide. You know, they hide in relationships. It doesn't matter, friendships, relationships, whatever. People hide, man. They hide their true self until the right time, and then they kind of explode and shit like that. And he said, who the fuck is that? was that? I don't know that person like that. And people hide, man. They doesn't come out and show that type of behavior up front where you can actually see it. You know? And then somewhere down the road, they show that. And their true selves. It doesn't matter whether it's friendships, relationships, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. It doesn't matter. There's friendships or couples. You know, and they like that. You know, and we think we know people, man. But we really don't. Because people hide, man. They hide their true selves. And stuff like that, man. They hide. And then as soon as they do some crazy shit off the wall somewhere down the road, they say, hey, wait a minute. That was a surprise. I never seen that in that person. Well, you probably never knew that person. You know, and shit like that. You probably never knew that person. You thought you did. You know, and shit like that. And people do all kinds of crazy shit. They hide shit. They hide. And then when they should come out and show their true self, and then you say, hey, I never knew that part of you. Because he was hiding. Or she was hiding. You know, and shit like that. And it makes me wonder, like, the way we were. Memories, the way we were. Wait a minute, I'm not so sure about that. Especially if people are hiding, man. I probably never knew you from the get-go. When you talking about the way we were, I probably never knew you. You know, and shit like that. You know, and shit like that, man. And that's the reality of it, man. You know, because some people hide, man. They hide their true selves. Their true identity. I ain't talking about the picture ID shit. I ain't talking about that. Although some people hide that too. But their true selves, man. People hide that. Until the right time. And then they show their fucking behavior. You know, like that. And then they show that. And shit like that. They show that. At the right time. Not the wrong time. The fucking right time. You know, and shit like that. They didn't show it up the fuck up front. Why didn't they show it? Because then they knew that people wouldn't have fucking accept their asses if they had shown it up front. And so what they do, they fucking hide. Until the right time. You know, shit like that. And then people are confused. Wait a minute, that wasn't you, was it? You know, and shit like that. You sit there and say that. When they show off the wall behavior, wait a minute, was that you? Or who was it? You know, and shit like that. Was that you that did that? You know, like that. Was that you? You know, like that. Because people hide, man. They hide their true selves until the right fucking time, man. You know, like that. They doesn't show it up front. Like that. Some people, they doesn't show it up front. Because they knew that people would reject their asses if they showed it up front. And so what they do, they fucking hide. Till the right time. And then they put that fucking behavior right out there for that person to see. Because then that fucking person doesn't care now. Before he cared, he tried to wait and see when to show that damn behavior. Why didn't they show it up front? You know, and shit like that. Why didn't they show it up front so you can see it? You know, because they fucking hide until the right time. You know, like that. They fucking hide to the right time. You know, like that. And then they show it, you know, and shit like that. And that part of them, they was that all along. But they were like two different person fucking-alities and shit like that. And shit like that. But again, they hid it for the right time. They wanted to seek out you first, you know, and shit like that. So they get so therefore at some point they gonna show that fucking behavior, man. And they was that all along. You know, they was that way all fucking along, man. And people hide. They hide behind those damn behaviors. They put up a front. They have on another face, you know, and shit like that, and trying to, you know, trying to seek you out and shit like that, and all this old bullshit. And then at the right time they'll show their real true colors, man. Their true colors. They'll show that. Their true fucking colors, man. You know, like that. And I don't mind, you know, saying what the fuck I want to say. I don't give a shit who doesn't like it. And I can talk to anybody. I don't give it doesn't matter who you is. But again, the thing with me is that I don't know no fucking body. I know their name and shit, maybe where they live and this, that, and the other and all this bullshit, but people put on faces and too many damn faces. The three faces of Eve, you know, I don't know. But that's what you see, man. They put on all these different type fucking faces. Yeah. They got all these different type faces. You know, well, for you to see, you know, and shit. And then at some point they gonna show the real true colors, man. Yeah, like that. And it's a shame. It's like that. But they doesn't want to come out and tell you first, you know. They doesn't come out and tell you first. They trying to seek you out, you know, like that. But they doesn't come out and tell you first. They doesn't act like that behavior first, because then they feel like they're gonna reject you anyway, and you know they dead. So they doesn't show that fucking behavior at first. They sit and lay low in the cut and shit, and then they'll show that fucking behavior. You know. Like that. They lay low in the fucking cut. And then at some point, they're gonna show it. And it's like the three faces of fucking Eve. Alright, like that. I got one face for the, you know, the hide. You know, one face is the reality, and then the other face is in the middle. You know, and shit like that. The first face is the hide. The second face is to be in the middle part of it, and then the third face of Eve is the reality of that person. And then they come out and show the two fucking colors. You know, shit like that, man. They show the two fucking colors. When they get to the third face of Eve. You know, and stuff like that. At that point, it's no more hiding. You know, it's no more hiding. and they come out, man, with their true fucking colors, man. You know, and shit like that, man. It's something, man. And, you know, and I would have for you to be upfront with it than to hide. You know, at least I know, and at least I know, you know, at least I didn't walk away without understanding. If you come out front with it, I know your true colors then. You know, like that. But some people hide, man, hide themselves, and wait for the right time, and then they show their fucking true colors and shit like that. But and that's all right, because then I still, either way, I still would know whether you showed it up front or later. I still would know how the fuck you is, you know, and stuff like that. But again, that way we were shit. I think in some instances when you can look at that as a younger phase or not knowing phase. When I talk about the way we were, there could be when you look at the younger years and you look at how young I was and this, that, and the other, and all this bullshit, and what preconceived idea that I have of what went on when I was younger. And you know, what went on, people, friends, whoever. But I think is deceiving in a sense. I think it's deceiving because you know, by being young and naive, you don't know a lot of stuff and you know, shit like that. You're young and naive, and you doesn't really know what they look for and stuff like that, and people hide and stuff like that. And you thinking you know this, or you think you know that at a younger age and shit, and come to find out it's not like that at all. As the time go past, and you really look at what the fuck is going on, you see differently. A new set of eyes. A new set of eyes. Well, that's nothing new. And this is where I say I don't know no fucking body. You don't know nobody? Nope. I say that every time. I don't know no fucking body. I know their name, maybe where they live, their brother, sister, mother, father. I may know those things, but do I know people? Do I know people? Nah, because people can change. They can change over time. They can change with the drop of a hat, a drop of a dime. You name it. And they can put on many different faces. One face, a two face, three faces, many different faces. Like, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who that person is. Yeah. And I think it ties into the way we were, the memories and shit like that. The memories of different time and different space and different time, the different people and this, that, and the other, and all that stuff. But I think when you look at the truth of things, it's different. I think when you look at the truth of things, not your preconceived idea, not what you thought, and this, that, and the other, and all this bullshit. I'm talking about the truth of that. It's different. And I'm not saying everything is different, because there could be some truth way back then. But I think when it comes to people, and you know, it could be very much different. The truth could be very much different. You know, and stuff like that, and not have an idea that you had way back then. You know. I think the way we were ties right into it, man. And the memories is the way we were is that's exactly what it said. The way we were. You know, and I think that may not be the truth of today. No matter if the person is here or not, and here or not, it still may not be the truth of it. Like, so when I think about that, I don't know who, I don't know nobody, and I'm serious. I don't know nobody, because people can change, people can act, and they put on all kinds of faces and shit like that, and you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. Because people put on all kinds of faces. And shit like that. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Yeah, and they can look just as normal as ever. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. And they can look just as normal. They can look just as normal. Like that. I say, I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. When it comes to knowing a person, I'm talking about when it comes to knowing a person, I may know your damn name. Maybe your brother, your sister, where you live. But do I know you? Fuck no. No, I don't. No, I the fuck don't. People can put on all kinds of faces. And hide their fucking true identity. And I ain't talking about the way they look. I'm talking about the way that the fuck they is. The way that they is. They can hide. Hide their true identity. Their true selves. They can hide that. Until the right time. Shit like that. They can hide that shit, man. But I don't care. The thing with me is that at least I know. At least I know that humans is capable of doing anything. It doesn't matter who you is. And humans can put on all type faces. Like that. It doesn't matter who you is. Shit like that. And I say I don't know no fucking body, and I meant that. I don't know no fucking body. And I meant that. Shit like that. People can put on all kinds of fucking faces. Until the right fucking time. Like that. And I think, again, memories of here, memories of Philly, period. I think that all of it come into play, not just living here or family members, friends, just Philly, period. It wraps up into one. But I think when it comes to people, I look at that fucking closely when it comes to people. Because people is the one that you really have to contact with. And you kind of look at them from a different set of eyes. I look at people from a different set of eyes, man. And than before. A different set of eyes. And and I'm quite sure they may look at me. I don't know. But here's the thing. People, I would rather for people to show me their true selves than to hide. Like that. I would rather them to show their true selves than to hide. Shit like that. putting on all these damn faces, you know, and shit like that. You know, like that. Put on all these different type faces, man, but I think it's kind of sad though. It's like that because how can you build healthy relations or friendships hiding? How can you build healthy friendships, relationships by hiding? You know, and stuff like that. And I ain't talking about going in a fucking closet and hide. I'm talking about hide that fucking personality, that behavior and everything, hiding that. You know, and then bringing it out at the right time, because then he wants to cause fucking havoc, or remove themselves from the situation, like cause havoc or remove themselves from the situation, you know, and stuff like that, and you know, like that, they remove themselves or cause havoc. Doesn't want to have anything to do with you or cause havoc. You know, some of them cause havoc, some of them just say, I don't want to fuck with you no more. You know, and shit like that. You know, some people do that. You know, and stuff like that. But because then you see, you kind of see what they was really about anyway. Like, at that point, it's no more hiding. They show their true selves. You know, like that. They show their true fucking selves. And it's sad because then healthy relationships cannot be built on that. Ain't no healthy relationships coming out of that when that person is hiding. Hiding their true selves. Ain't no healthy relationships being built on that. Mm-hmm. There's none being not healthy ones. When they hiding and you know, and stuff like that, hiding their behaviors and all of that until the right time, and then either they gonna cause havoc or they gonna just remove themselves from the situation altogether. You know, and shit like that. You know. You know. And they got on all these damn faces until they either cause havoc when they cause havoc. Before they got on these damn faces on. And then they'll cause havoc or remove themselves from the situation altogether. Like you know, I didn't want you anyway. Or I didn't want to be around you anyway. I don't want to be connected to you anyway. Fuck you. You know, shit like that. You know, just like that. And you kind of see people for who they really is. You know, like that. And how they really felt about you. Like, you kind of see them for who they is and what they really felt about you. You know, like that. You know, but that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. And you know, and they show their true selves at that point, man. They cause havoc or they walk away and say, hey, I don't want to be fucking with you. Anymore. You know, and shit like that. For no cause. For no cause. It's something that they feel as though, fuck yeah, and shit like that. If you're not doing what they want you to do, and this, that, and the other, fuck you, see you later, bye. You know, and shit like that. You know, and stuff like that, but that's the real deal of it, man. And I'm kind of glad that I understand that, and that and that if someone doesn't want to be bothered with me, it's okay. God is removing them for a reason. And he don't have to tell me the reason. I'll eventually find out. But again, sometimes God remove people for a reason. They serve their purpose. Like, they already served their purpose. Like, and sometimes you just remove them. Like, you know, like that. And sometimes it's best that he remove them. You know, and stuff like that. But again, you'd be surprised. You know, again, I say I don't know no fucking body, and that's what the fuck I'm at. I may know your name, your mother, father, sister, brother, so what? The point is, I don't know your ass. I don't know you, your mother, your father, your sister, but I don't know them. I may know their damn name, if anything, and I might not even know why. But again, I don't know no fucking body. I don't know nobody. And I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like I do. I'm not pretending. I'm not pretending. You know, of course I may know their name and this, that, and the other and all this sort of stuff. You know, but hey, when it comes down to it, and people can change, you know, and people can change, you know, at the drop of a hat. People can change over a period of time. Instead of put on how many faces, into one face, two face, three face, 4, 10, 20, until they show them real selves. Shit like that. But I'm not surprised. That's the way it is. I'm not surprised when it comes to people. A human's capable of doing anything. It doesn't matter who you is. And I do understand that. You know, I do understand that. And but I think it's sad in a sense that people hide and stuff. I think it's sad when that happens, because then you know that the relations that they have with other people it won't be healthy. It won't be healthy. And because of that, it's like wasting your time with that. The relationships, friendships, relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. If that person is hiding within the relationships, friendships, whatever, it's not going to be healthy anyway. It's not. Because anytime he's hiding, he's waiting for the perfect moment to set your ass up. To either cause harm or walk away. You know, like that. He's either going to do that one of the two, or both. You know, and that's the real deal of it. Anytime people hide, when they hide, they're going to eventually cause harm to you. Eventually. And walk away, or both. You know? And it's not going to be healthy. It doesn't matter, boyfriend, girlfriend, friendships, or anything like that. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what type of relationship, friendships, or whatever. It's not going to be healthy anyway. Not going to be healthy anyway. It doesn't matter who it is, what they trying to do, and this, that, and the other. And if they doing all this damn hiding and putting on one face, two face, three face, 5, 10 faces, and it's not going to be healthy anyway. And the way we were would go out the fucking window. And the memories and everything of that person would go out the fucking window anyway. Shit like that. It would go out the fucking window anyway. But I think that there are relationships that are healthy and stuff like that, and people can see each other, whether it's past or present or future, whatever, and stuff like that. I believe there is healthy relationships out there, friendships and stuff like that. But I think I think there are good, healthy relationships out there, friendships, relationships, whatever. But I also think that there are bad ones out there, and people hide, man, and they ruin friendships. People who hide ruin friendships, relationships, and everything, man. And they're gonna throw it right out the window, man. Either they're gonna cause that person harm, or walk away, or both. Like, and at least at some point, either way, it tells you not to fuck with that person anymore anyway. Whether it's up front or later, it tells you don't fuck with that person at some point. Whether it's early on or later. It tells you, sometimes either way, whether it's up front or later, they get rid of that person anyway. If this is what caused me to get rid of your ass, then so be it. Like that. Is this what caused me to get rid of you? Then so be it. Like that. Because you probably wasn't worth being around anyway. You probably wasn't worth being around anyway. Like, if it's going to be like that, where they gotta hide and destroy relationships and friendships and stuff like that, if this is what caused me to get rid of your ass, then so long. Like that. So long. And it lets me know that you shouldn't have been around that person from the get-go, man. And that's okay. And that's okay. At least you'll know whether it's up front or later. And to get rid of your ass. If this is what caused me to get rid of your ass in so long. Like that. Then so long. But I think memories and friends, the way we were, I think that's for, I think that's, you can look at the past and the present with that. But I think if some things are probably not even worth looking back at. Not if it really didn't mean much of nothing anyway. Sometimes it's stuff that it's not even worth looking back at, because the reality of the present. Probably ain't worth looking back at. In some instances. In some instances, it's probably not even worth looking back at because of the present. You know, like that. But I think that just going through the emotions of it today kind of let me know that things change, people change, people are different, and that you can't hold on to what we were, even that if that is not the reality of today. You can't hold on to that. No. You just move on with your life, you know, and stuff like that, and you know, like that. You move on with your life when it comes to people and stuff like that. You know, because you know, some people, you know, some people is not worth being around anyway. You know, like that, because of the habit they bring. They're unhealthy. Because it's unhealthy. They're probably not worth being around anyway. You know, but I do thank God for memories of people who I that is no longer here based on the love for them and this, that, and the other, and all this stuff. So I do think that there are people out there that is worth remembering for, and remembering them. But I wonder if I can't say that for everybody. But I think that I most definitely look at people differently, with a different set of eyes than I did before, and you know, because things are different, people change, and that's the way it is. And I'm not begging to be anybody's fucking friend or anything. Not doing it. I don't give a shit who you is. Not doing it. You know, I don't care. As long as I have him, I don't care. As long as I have God, man, that's all that matters, man. And you know, that's all that matters, man. As long as I have him, I don't give a shit if I don't have another fucking friend. And I'm being honest about that. Because people let people fail you, man. But God doesn't. People can fail you, man. But God doesn't. Yeah. You know. But God doesn't. It doesn't matter who you is. Because if people can fail you, man. But God doesn't. Yeah, God doesn't. And boy, am I grateful for that. Because, shit, we be off shit's creek if we dependent on humans. You know, and I know God works through humans. But I would rather for God to show up himself. Shit. The way humans does you. I would rather for God to show up himself. Shit. the way humans treat you. I would rather for God to show up himself. You know, the way humans treat each other. I would rather for God to show up himself. If he needs to do anything for me. Yeah. Because people fail you, man. God doesn't. You know, I don't care if I never have another friend or nothing. I don't care. So what? So? Because I know people fail you, man. And shit like that. I think there's some godly people out there. You just got to find out where they are. You know, and shit like that. You got to find out where they are. But again, not everybody is godly. Not everybody have your best interest at heart. Not everybody likes you, love you, and this, that, and the other. And that's the reality of it. And that's the reality of it. I don't give a shit who they is. You know, not everybody loves you, man. Not everybody. Not everybody likes you. And some people don't give a shit who you is. You know, and shit, you know. That's the reality of it. And the way we were, I imagine that it did bring back some memories for me and this, that, and the other, and all this stuff. But I think about people who are not here now. I think about them a lot. I think about the ones that are here too. You know. You know. And I think about the ones that are here too. But again, you can always you can always. I imagine that there's some godly people that's alive. That's alive here. But I also did think that there's some people that are a fucking menace to society. And you know, I do think that. Because not a lot of people care about you. And not a lot of people care about people, man. And that's the reality of it, man.